Have you been thinking about making the move to Phoenix, Arizona and want to know why is everyone leaving Arizona? Well, in today's video, I am doing some of the major reasons why people are leaving Arizona. If that's something that you're interested in, go ahead and keep on watching. One of the absolute biggest reasons why people are leaving the Phoenix, Arizona area is strictly due to weather. I know that's probably not coming as a shocker, and hopefully if you've thought about making the move to Arizona, you've already kind of thought about the weather and how it actually gets super, super hot here. So little bit of a breakdown on weather, right? Because I think that's really important. Your definition of super hot is probably completely different than my definition of super hot. So first things first, let's talk about the springtime, because we are in the springtime here in Arizona and it's absolutely beautiful right now. Like, I'm obsessed. It's probably on average about 80 degrees. It has been raining quite a bit actually for, Arizona people, at least it's been raining quite a bit, and it's like 50-ish, 60 degrees right now. So it's super, super, super nice and a little bit chilly. That's why I'm wearing a sweater right now. But if you are looking for super sunny, super beautiful, 80-degree weather for a couple months out of the year, springtime in Arizona is definitely that. Let's go into summer now, because again, that's the reason why a lot of people are leaving. Summer, probably end of this month. I'm filming in April, right? So end of April, we're going to start seeing the temperatures definitely on the rise, probably closer to 95 to 100 degrees. It is what it is, right? So some people are going to be like, that sounds absolutely horrible. I'd rather be cold than hot. So that's why a lot of people are leaving. And one of the reasons why I moved to Denver for a little bit, right, was because I was absolutely exhausted by the heat. But there's pros and cons to every state that you live in. So keep that in mind. Whenever I moved back, I'm actually kind of enjoying it. And not that I'm looking forward to the extreme heat that I'm going to be seeing in the next month or two, but also, I just want to be able to go swim. I want to go out in the sun. I want it to be sunny. I did not realize that in a lot of states, it's actually not that sunny majority of the time. I have one of you guys actually moving from Ohio right now who said that it has been cloudy every day for the last 2 months. That sounds so horrifying and absolutely depressing. So I am really, really starting to feel more and more grateful since moving here that I don't have to deal with the darkness and just overall gloominess. And that's kind of how it was a little bit in Denver. And I could see after living there for a while, it would probably get really, really annoying overall. So there's pros and cons, like I said, to every single state, but here in Arizona, you're going to start seeing temperatures probably ranging around 110 to 115-ish during June, July, August-ish. So if you cannot handle that kind of heat, you're probably moving to the wrong state, or can handle that kind of heat for at least maybe 3 to 4 months and want absolutely stunning weather the rest of the months of the year, you are definitely moving to the right state. So a little bit more of a breakdown on weather really quick. Fall time here is going to be nice 60s, beautiful 70 degrees, a super light sweatshirt. If you're moving from somewhere that's snowy, you're probably not going to be wearing light sweatshirt. That might just be an Arizona thing. And then headed into the winter time, you're looking around 50s, no snow. It's absolutely beautiful. And you will be wearing a very light sweater, some sweatpants. It's perfect. Another major reason why people are leaving Arizona or just straight up deciding not to make the move to Arizona in general is because of the affordability factor here. So Arizona is not the most affordable place to move to anymore, right? In the Western states, yeah, I think we pretty much are one of the larger metro cities that you can move to in an affordable aspect. So if you're trying to be close to California, New Mexico, Utah, all of those kind of states where maybe you're visiting family, Arizona is definitely still one of the most affordable places you can move to. But when you're comparing it to, say, other states like North Carolina or Virginia or all of these other states, right? And granted, I don't know what their property taxes are. I don't know everything about those markets, so take everything that I'm saying with a grain of salt. But a lot of people are trying to either make the move here for more affordable housing, and then they realize shortly after that that's not the case. Hopefully, if you haven't watched my videos before, you go back and watch them now. I talk a lot about the pricing, the different housing, the different areas that you can live for more affordable housing. But if you haven't done that research yet, you may have not known that. So keep that in mind. If you're thinking about making the move here, make sure it makes sense financially for you guys. Not everyone moving here is going to have a more affordable lifestyle. People from California, definitely. People from Colorado, most likely Seattle, Oregon, pretty much all of these like Western states, you're definitely going to see a little bit more affordability. So hopefully that's the case for you, but keep it in mind either way, because that is one of the reasons why people are leaving Arizona, is because they strictly cannot afford to live here anymore. And another reason why people are making the move outside of Arizona is for strictly the factor that Arizona is definitely a pretty huge metro at this point. It is super, super populated with over 8 million people living in the Phoenix metro area. So if you are looking for small town living, less people, not necessarily gonna be the best option for you, right? Like if you're looking for super small town, I don't think that we can necessarily help you. Even some of our smaller towns still have a good amount of people. I mean, there are areas like Tonopah, Wickenburg, Casa Grande. Even Casa Grande might be a little too much for you guys, depending on what you're looking for when you say small town. And that's kind of the stuff that we go over in our Zoom calls, whether or not it is going to make sense for you, whether or not Arizona actually is the place for you to move to based off of what you guys want and need for your family. So keep that in mind. If you guys are interested in that, I do have a link down below for you guys to get set up on one of those, or you guys can reach out to me. My number and email are popping up. I would love to help you. But point being is, it's not as small as it once was, and there's a lot of traffic. So those two things kind of go hand in hand. I would say a lot of people are leaving for the sake of the traffic as well. It has gotten pretty hard to not have traffic. And granted, we're nowhere near like LA or some of those really, really large metro areas, but it is kind of unavoidable on certain roads. As a native and as of, hopefully you guys will want to work with me, I will help you guys navigate on what cities are going to be the best cities to live in to avoid the most traffic, and then also the cities that are a little bit more quieter, who you don't have to be around people constantly, or if you want, again, that like a little bit further out from everything, but not too far out from everything, I can help you guys understand exactly what those areas look like, especially, like I said, in our Zoom calls. So that is another reason why people are definitely deciding to either leave Arizona or not make the move here in general. Last but not least, one of the other major reasons why people are making the move from Arizona is just strictly a change of scenery. I can totally understand the desert is not for everyone. I think a lot of the people that are leaving Arizona are probably natives, and they think that the grass is greener on the other side, as so did I. And the grass is probably greener, say, in Colorado, but there's pros and cons to every single state. And just like I did, I moved away, but I came back because Arizona is definitely the place for me, whether it comes to affordability or just being closer to family. So that is something you definitely want to keep in mind. If you guys don't necessarily love the super deserty vibes, that Arizona is probably not going to be the place for you, because we are definitely a desert. So a lot of people are moving to California because they want to be close to the beach. A lot of people are moving more north so they can be closer to the mountains, things along those lines. Luckily, which I don't think a lot of people think of as they think of Arizona, but yes, we are a desert, but we're about 5 hours from Rocky Point in Mexico. We're about 5 hours from San Diego. We're about 2 hours from the mountainous areas where you can enjoy skiing, the snow, and all the fun pine trees that the Flagstaff area has to offer. So keep that in mind too. If you don't mind a little bit of travel, you definitely have access to those. But if you're looking for constant ocean views, constant pine tree and snow and all of that kind of fun stuff that comes with different climates, you probably will not enjoy Arizona if you're not willing to make those drives. So keep that in mind too. Hopefully you guys will be able to visit at some point before making the move. And if you guys do visit, I have kind of like what I call the scavenger hunt to show you guys everything about these areas and where to go. I always find that it's a little bit difficult when you've never been to a place before. Like, is this the main city or is this the main city? Who knows? In that scavenger hunt, I break down where exactly you guys should start and move forward from there, depending on what cities you guys want to look into. I have them about Buckeye, I have them on Verrado, Surprise, Goodyear, Avondale, Litchfield Park, Levine, Maricopa, and I'm gonna continue doing those to the East Valley as well. So if you're interested in that scavenger hunt, just let me know and text me or email me, and I'll send that your way so you can have that on your travels whenever you come to visit. All right, guys, that's it for today. Hopefully I didn't scare you in regards to your move to Arizona. But if these don't make sense for you, that's totally understandable. I'm not here to convince you to make the move to Arizona. I just want to make sure when you get here, you're happy. If you guys have questions about making the move here, go ahead and reach out to me. My number and email are popping up. I would love to assist you and just answer any questions that you may have. And don't forget to subscribe. I post videos every Monday at 5 p.m. all about the Phoenix metro area and everything that you need to know about it. At the end of this video, I'll have 2 different types of videos that you guys can continue to watch from my channel. If you guys are really interested in making the move to Arizona, I would highly suggest doing that. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.